Episode 545, Questioning Kenneth. My boss overlooked a few important details about you, Cole said to Alex. I noticed you have a very cool temperament, which is rare for a young person. You also have confidence. And although you wear casual clothing, it's clean. Even the soles of your shoes are clean. I don't know if you have any money, but you're clearly not a nobody. He tilted his head. There's just something different about you. Alex laughed. This stranger had described him better than he could have described himself. He didn't pay much attention to his appearance, but Cole was correct. His inner powers surrounded his body, protecting him, and it seemed Cole had picked up on that. But the real reason I came in here is to ask you for a favor, Cole said, smiling at him again. Oh? Alex was interested to hear what the young man had to ask. I think word of mouth is critical in my line of business, Cole said. If you aren't interested in buying a house, then maybe you could introduce me to any of your friends who are? Alex opened his mouth to respond, but he was interrupted. You're on company time right now, the sales director said, walking up to Cole. Do you think we pay you to chat? Sorry, sir, Cole said, flushed with embarrassment. I only meant to be gone for a second. How often have I told you not to talk to that riffraff? The sales director said, flapping a hand at Alex. When are you going to get it through your head that your job is to sell houses, not make new friends? We're selling $1 million houses. You should look for people wearing designer clothing and driving expensive cars. A car honked outside the cafe, and the three men turned to look out the window. A red luxury car pulled up to the curb out front. Will exited the car, opened the door to the cafe, and walked toward Alex. See, the sales director said to Cole, that's the kind of person we need to sell houses to. He smiled as he approached Will. Hello, sir. Are you interested in buying a house? No, thank you, Will responded. The sales director frowned, but turned to watch Will walk in Alex's direction. Alex, how are you? Will asked, embracing his friend in a firm bear hug. Wait, the sales director thought, confused. Does this rich man know this guy? I'm fine, Alex said. The sales director gaped at them, stunned. Alex smiled at Cole. Keep this guy around, he said to the sales director, laughing. Then he patted Cole on the shoulder and left with Will. The sales director blushed as he looked at Cole. He couldn't believe he had dismissed the young man as unable to buy a house. If he had important friends who drove expensive cars, then there must be more to him than he had thought. Thoroughly embarrassed, he left the cafe without a word. Alex and Will arrived at the Baltimore Martial Arts Association, and Edward and Jeffrey met them outside. Alex greeted everyone warmly, happy to see them all doing well. The atmosphere had certainly improved since Will had taken over, and it seemed like everyone had accepted the changes. Everything's going well, envoy, Will said, grinning at him. Alex rolled his eyes. Don't call me that, he said. Just be casual. By the way, Jeffrey said, Kenneth is refusing to talk. He's still being stubborn? Alex asked as they walked inside, nodding hello to Dennis. Alex had asked Jeffrey to work on reorganizing the arbitrator's office, and it seemed Kenneth was refusing to be helpful. He knows we really can't do anything to him, Jeffrey complained. He has many friends in the arbitrator's office, so there are too many people protecting his interests. I ask him questions and don't even get a response. He's not making my job easy. I know Kenneth is dangerous, but he's still an asset to us, Alex responded. He has access to a lot of information. Edward echoed Jeffrey's complaints. We've got no leverage to make him talk. He's not frightened of us, and we have nothing to offer him. Unless, Dennis said, speaking for the first time, Alex goes in there and scares him into talking. That might work. Alex thought it over. Kenneth has been in the arbitrator's office for a long time, he said, and I'm sure he's broken the rules for his own gain. Perhaps if I can discover some of his transgressions, we can use that to put pressure on him. It might even encourage those who helped him to stay on the straight and narrow from now on. We need to eliminate the bad seeds and restructure the department. Everyone must be held accountable for their actions. They walked down to the basement and went over to Kenneth, who looked pale now that he was being held as prisoner. Alex stepped forward. "Kenneth, how are you?" he asked. Kenneth scowled at him. "Alex, cut the small talk and ask your questions."